Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another post-fight analysis video. All right, y'all. Loopy Godinez versus Loma Lookboonmee. All right, y'all. So, honestly, I seen the fight going this way. It was just a matter of choosing experience over a fighter with more tools in this situation. You know, I thought that Loma had, she does have more experience in the UFC. And for Loopy, I knew she had more tools, but I was asking myself, would she be able to execute these tools? I knew Loopy had more in her arsenal, but it was just like, would she be able to execute? But when you think about it, Loma Lookboonmee, to be successful, she needs range to use her kicks, and she needs to clinch. If she can't get those two things, then it's pretty much going to be a wrap, because Loopy Godinez does have better hands, in my opinion, and she has the wrestling and the grappling down. So, when you think about it, for the MMA math with this one, you have to go with the fighter with more tools, right? Not always experience. There's certain situations where if you pick experience, that person with experience better have more tools, right? So, yeah, that's what it came down to. So I seen it going this way. Loopy Godinez, better boxing, better hands, and just better movement in this fight. She was the faster fighter, and she nullified the kicks of Loma Lookboonmee and won a 30-27 fight. Just pretty one-sided fight in this one. Shout out to Loopy Godinez. This was her fourth fight, this year. She's 2-2. Technically, she's 3-1. I think she beat she beat Juarez this year. She lost to Luana Carolina, but I thought she beat Jessica Penne. I thought she won that fight as well. But she's definitely making a statement, staying active and working on her game. And she's gaining experience and gaining tools. So with that being said, well, I'll wait till the end of the video on this one to do that. But yeah, first round, Loopy, right from the jump, she was staying out of range. She was staying out of the range of those kicks, because when you get in range of Loma Lookboonmee, she's going to start firing body kicks off. She's going to throw those teep kicks to the body. Those front kicks, those front push kicks, and they hurt. So Loopy, she already saw that approach coming, so she started mixing up her attack with the left hook. She stepped in with a good left hook, throwing some nice kicks off the left hook. Loma, she was trying to land body kicks. She landed a nice one early, but as Loopy steps in, Loopy, she's being smart about it. She's landing these shots. She's going up top and below. So Loma, early on, she surprised me whenever she tried to clinch up, and she came away with a trip and a takedown of Loopy, but they got right back up. And early in the clinch, Loopy looked like she was about to let Loma take over. Like there was some controlling from Loma on the cage. She had Loopy to the cage. She had her back to the cage here. But Loopy, she was able to reverse it, broke free, go back to kickboxing. Loma, she's throwing these big kicks, but this approach is slow. These are some slow kicks coming. So Loopy, she knows how to time it. She steps in, lands some good right hands over the top, feinting and just landing some strikes, landing a little bit of everything. Her kickboxing is effective. Loopy, she closed in for another clinch to wear Loma down, landed some knees in the clinch. But the stand-up of Loopy, it was just some impressive work. It was impressive work, even a little bit more impressive than her grappling here. This is what I've been telling y'all about. She has very good stand-up game. Still needs, some polishing, but it gets the job done. She can mix it up and then incorporate it to get a takedown. Landing some nice right hands this round, making Loma look slow, and then she tops the round off with the takedown. The second round, Loma, she seemed to be a little bit more at a disadvantage here. She can't really set her feet because Loopy is applying pressure. She's coming forward and she's landing strikes to back her up. So Loopy finally, she steps in and she just scoops up Loma for another big takedown, pinning Loma on her back and just getting in some good shots with her elbows, pinning Loma on her back and, putting that knee to the face. Loma, she's able to make it back up. When they get back up, though, she can't peel Loopy off. Like, Loopy has that leech grip on her. She's locking on the body. And, once again, she gets taken down. She gets taken down and she gets controlled and mauled on the ground. And this is just exposing the lack of groundwork from Loma Lookboonmee. It was just another dominant round for Loopy Godinez. Last round, at this point, we know at this pace is too much for Loma. Loopy, she takes it down easily. Once again with the single leg, Loopy just locks on, to a leg, trying to neutralize and maybe look for a heel hook. Not sure if she was really just going for a submission here, but the wrestling was just killing Loma at this point. Loma was lost. Loopy was just doing whatever she wanted this round. Got another big double leg takedown in this round, slammed Loma on her back. Loma was able to get back up. She got back up, but Loopy got to her back and just dominated from here. She was just too high up on her back for a submission, but she really just had Loma in a lost position here. So this was just another round of Loopy showcasing the wrestling and just being effective. Didn't go for a submission here. She just was really controlling her on the ground and just just really taking Loma into deep waters and showing you that Loma needs to work on a ground game. 30-27, pretty easy to call. Loopy Godinez in this fight, she showed a good mix of, kickboxing and clinch work in wrestling. And with that being said, Loopy Godinez, I'm going to have to put her in my triple threat at 115. I don't have an official triple threat at 115. It's just been kind of up and down with the unranked fighters that are coming in. Some of them are still green. Some look good. Some are still questionable, But I think Loopy Godinez, after 4 fights this year, I can put her in my triple threat at 115 because she's been showing that that growth. She's been showing the want. She's been showing the hunger that she likes to fight. And at the same time, she comes to perform. Like, she doesn't just come in there and take a beat down, She'll take on a short notice fight. She comes in, she performs. Even when she went to 125 against Luana Carolina. Luana Carolina won that fight, but Loopy Godinez, she held her own against that flyweight. She definitely did. And like I said, easy fight against Juarez. That was an easy win, dominant win, but she still showcased good striking and a submission game. Jessica Panay, I thought she won that fight. She showcased some good grappling and strength in that fight. But this one here against Loma Lookboonmee, an experienced strawweight, she really took the school. She didn't crumble to the Muay Thai kicks. She put it on her. She put it on her any way she could. From here, Loopy Godinez, maybe one more unranked fight, or possibly, an entry into 15. Brianna Van Buren, I think, is like, 14 or 15? I think Loopy deserves that shot now. I think she deserves that spot. Let her get into the 15, maybe shift them out, because off the strength of her wins, that should put her at 15 if they're going to, do the rankings like that. I don't know, maybe who else could get it, before she actually gets in there. Cheyenne Bays, the winner of Cheyenne Bays and Mallory Martin, or Loopy and Luana Pinheiro. Y'all want to see that fight now? I'd like to see it now. Or maybe wait till they get into the top 15, but I definitely have to favor Loopy Godinez in that one. Right now, I can't really pick against Loopy anymore. The only time I can if she goes to 125, but the way she's been looking on this level and just how strong she has been, oh man, wow, like, I'm impressed. I'm impressed at this level. Like I said, I think that Loopy Godinez is kind of like what Carla Esparza should have been back whenever she first started. Even, back whenever, she was first coming up in Invicta. Carla Esparza, is known for just wrestling and taking fighters down, but she's always needed that striking game like this, that could throw fighters off. Loopy knows how to mix it up. Tisha Torres as well, like, she's strong like Tisha, but I think she packs more power on her shots and she takes more chances, So maybe polish up her defense a little bit. Loopy Godinez, polish up the defense a little bit more, and maybe how she steps in and out, comes in more at angles. But I think she's growing. The more experience she gets, you'll see her rise in the top 15 in no time. She'll be in there in 2022. I can pretty much promise you that. So, yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Loma Lookboonmee, move back down to 105, go over to 1FC and do it, because I don't think she'll survive any much longer here, man, at the UFC strawweight division. If you lack a ground game and all you have is just your Muay Thai like that, you're going to get nullified. You're going to get neutralized at some point, and yeah, you'll get exposed. I think that would show, right? So what do y'all think? Loma Lookboonmee, did she stay in the UFC, or, did the UFC try to keep her and bring in that 105 division? What do they do? Loopy Godinez, what does she do from here? Combo Breaker 99, I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.